Greg Olsen ready to get the preseason started. Off we go from MetLife Stadium. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Green Bay offense set to go to work for the first time. And they're led by the man who waited his turn, the 2020 first-rounder, Jordan Love.
Starting all the way back in the spring, Mike, there has been months of preparation building up for this very game. And for a lot of the guys on the sideline that have been around for a long time, these preseason games might not feel all that important. But I promise you, for that young guy who's putting an NFL helmet on for the very first time running out of that tunnel, these games go a long way, not only to making this current roster, but trying to make a career out of playing in the NFL.
Second and 10.
Here we go. Cut.
Out of the shotgun. It's Love. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. Former third overall pick, Quinton Williams. He gets in there for the sack, and it looks like the time off has not slowed him down one bit.
Blue 30. Ready?
From the gun, it's Love. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Packers set to kick this one away. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. This will be returned from just beyond midfield, and he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
There's so much conversation around the NFL, Mike, about the importance of these preseason games. And while the final score certainly doesn't matter, there is the evaluation of your roster, your personnel. You can't replicate these live reps and simulate them in practice. So these are your moments. Go out, play fast, play confident. Build those reps that you need so when the regular season comes around, you're ready.
On first down, they go right back to Hall. They'll take this down inside the 30. Powerful Rashawn Gary there in run support. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Another run here with Paul. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Micah Parsons getting in there for the sack. It's got to feel great as he gets this preseason off on the right foot. On comes the punt team now for the Jets, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Packers offense ready to get going with their second possession. And Greg, week 1 here in the preseason. Look, we know a lot of the guys who are going to make the roster, but there's still a lot to happen in training camp that players can find their way to a spot on the opening Sunday.
No, we hear these stories all the time, Mike, where there's a little buzz about a guy in training camp and coming out of the local beat reporters and maybe the coaches talking about him a little bit. But then there's the surrounding question is he going to make the roster? And it's really what they do in these preseason games away from practice that ends up being the deciding factor. And how often do we see not only do they make the roster, but in some cases they go on to really have critical roles down the line as the season unfolds. So I know to a lot of fans and some of the veterans, these games don't feel like a whole lot, but to some guys on that sideline, their entire career is in front of them.
It'll be a pickup of 10. First down, Packers.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Still first down.
To throw is Love. A pass taken in by Watson. And that'll help a bit. They're still well short of the sticks. Solid pickup on that first down play.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. He was trying to connect with Matthew Golden that time. And it'll be third down.
Okay, now. Blue 32. Cut.
Here's Love. He's got a man. That's Watson. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
A gain of 16
Come on,
yards.
set. Watch out, man. 50. Cut.
Love. A diving effort there, just out of his reach. Incomplete.
Really nice play there by the defender, Mike, and not only to force the incomplete, but it's the timing. Understanding if he gets there too early, you bring in PI. You get there too late, it leads to a completion. That time he times it just right and knocks the ball away.
Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15. It is a big-time play for the Packers. And even 30 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
45. White. Ready?
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And he finds his space tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
On the ready?
Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
Hey, confused. Let's go. Cut.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Ready. Set. Cut.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. To the goal line and in. Matthew Golden. Touchdown, Green Bay.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
The Jets offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding. They get the Former first-rounder Olufashinu.
Still first down.
Okay, ready? Go! 19, shot!
Now they'll set up to throw. That's to the running back, Brees Hall.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop. And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
Here's their punter now. They'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Packers offense ready to take over once more. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Black 40, check view. Ready, ready.
They'll begin here on the ground. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
Gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Ready. Let's go now. 50, quick, cover, 38.
They'll stick with him again. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Brandon Stevens there to bring him down. 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd down.
Love to throw. Pass caught right side by Kraft. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up 4th down.
4th down.
I think in this field position, Mike, when 4th and short, I think you got to go for it. I think there's at least a conversation going on the sideline about whether you keep your offense on the field or send out your punt unit.
On 4th down, Love. That's caught outside. It's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them.
Come on, set. Hut.
Here's Love. There's a short one caught by Kraft. And to be taken down with the 1st down as time will run out on this opening quarter. We are through 1. It's the Packers on top. We're back to upstate New York. Just a moment. We begin quarter number 2. The Packers have the football as they've got it with 1st and 10.
Okay, ready? Get up. Back to 60. Let's go.
Up the middle they go. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another 1st down.
1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
Let's go. Viking 18.
Back to throw. That's in the end zone and intercepted. And he'll be taken down, and there is a flag on the play. This is going to be a huge call. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
They just desperately need to get something positive going here, Mike. It just feels like they're a play away from really jump-starting everything they've talked about being good at throughout the course of the week's prep. And it's really been the inability to sustain drives. So critical third downs, better on first and second. Somewhere it's got to pop, and somebody's got to make a play.
Quick throw, taken in, and they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
Brings up third and
2. They'll throw out of the gun, and this ball incomplete on third down.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on third down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of third down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They lead it here in the second quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Ready. Steady.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's caught at Savion Williams. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. From the 41. Here's second down and 3.
Here we go. Check, smash, check, hawk, 70, hawk, 70. Ready.
On the ground, here's the first carry for Marshawn Lloyd. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Here's 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. He's going to have the first down, so they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain there of 15. Good for Green Bay first down.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive linemen, you need one of them to win their block. Move lane for the back to hit.
He'll drop to throw. Moving to his left. Nice gain on first down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? Aaron Banks played his college ball at Notre Dame. Guilty there.
Got it. Ready? Got ready. Nice.
They'll look to throw. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and
this one intercepted. And he's going to be looking at a short field for the offense after the INT. Chance to tie the game or even take the lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 25.
Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Motion. 19, Tiger, 19.
He'll let this go towards the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, New York. And before the try, remember it is a touchdown. All scoring plays are reviewed, so replay will confirm this one before we do anything else. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. The PAT, up and good. And the Jets will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all tied, 7 apiece. And the kick's away. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone. So they're going to blow it dead. And they'll bring the ball out to start at the 40-yard line.
Ready.
We go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Come on. Ready.
Drive will start on the ground. And a nice gain there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 2.
70, let's go now.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he will have the 1st down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chain.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
Ready. Practice.
Throwing now from the gun. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
It's a
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. 17 yards, the game there. First down, Packers.
Ready? Ready? Cougar 19. Check, contact, check, contact.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up second and short.
16-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Check, hurt. Johnny Lions.
Handoff, it's Wood. Now flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty.
Still second down.
From the 21, here's second and 6.
Let's go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Get this complete. It's Williams over the middle. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
Gain of 12 yards.
Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them first and goal.
First and
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
They'll have to go the full 10 yards. It's first and goal.
Kansas Street. 60 by Scoop.
Here's a run. And a nice run. It's down to the 5-yard line.
Offside. Defense. That penalty is declined.
Second and goal.
Here we go. Ready?
Following the penalty, he'll run it. Powering forward. He's in. Touchdown, Packers.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Jets offense ready to take over once again. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. He's got it! It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
That's good for a Jets first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Well cover on the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cordell Flott. And he covers some ground on the return as well. Out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
So the first part of any interception, you just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus. And that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
Now, faking the give. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. And the Jets will take over here just shy of the 30.
So in this last possession, Mike, they take the ball away, and they do it from playing cover 3 defense. So what that means is there's 3 deep players. There's 2 corners and a safety. They divide the field into thirds, and everybody else underneath is just looking at the quarterback. Straight zone coverage, played perfectly, leads to a big takeaway.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10. He'll find his man, Nicole Hardman. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down. Try to pick this one up on the ground. Oh, he won't get there. Looking for a cutback lane. It never opened up. And now it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
On comes the punter now. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Packers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
That's thrown right side, but incomplete. Trying to get it to Savion Williams there. And it's going to be third down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That's the fourth time tonight he's been intercepted. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the goal line. Nearly a pick six, but he does set up the offense with first and goal.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now, Mike. He just has to make better decisions because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Now a timeout, Jets. It'll be their second as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. From back at the 13-yard line, it is second and goal. And they're going to get him a second time. He goes down again. Brenton Cox gets in there for the sack, and now it's third and goal. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. The Jets will send out the field goal unit. This from 34 yards. Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. And the Jets are back within 4 at 14-10.
By today's kicking standard, Mike, this is clearly a chip shot. I don't know if there was a lot of question that he'd make this one. So nice job making sure you end the half on a high note, coming away with 3.
They'll come up first and 10 at the 40.
Let's go now. Back up, Patton Street.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. And no rest for the weary. Let's get right back to it. Quarter number 3 set to begin. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Jets offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. Trail by 4, a touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with first and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Carl Brooks in there for the sack. It is a loss of 6 to begin the drive.
Let's go now.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. He'll take this forward, maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. Down. They'll set up to throw. He's going to look for the home run ball. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. This fielded inside the 35. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And they're finally going to bring him down. It's a first down if it stands, but maybe a hold set him free.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
On the jump. Here we go. 18 Cardinal.
He'll get that into the hands of Williams. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. A gain there of 16 yards. Good for a Green Bay first down.
Come on.
Gain of 16 yards.
Now they'll set up to throw. He'll try to hit him with a screen. On the move past the 40. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. First and 10.
At the 29-yard line.
Ready? 76, go.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. This one pulled in by Pitts. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
Get it. 19. Ready.
A run up the middle with Jacobs. And he'll take this down to the 2-yard line, but they are in business. First and goal coming up.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. Takes it all the way down inside the 2. Sets up first and goal.
Jacobs. He'll get this forward. No signal. They're going to mark him down at the 1. The ball a little closer now. It is second and goal. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw.
Give him credit for keeping this play alive as long as he could. This easily could have gone down for a loss, but he's kind of able to find his way forward and at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
On the ready.
Half yard. That's all they need on this third and goal.
Let's go. 19 Tiger. Buffalo 18. Let's go.
He puts it up, and it's caught. Touchdown, Green Bay.
So when you find yourself this tight to the goal line, Mike, the offense becomes a lot more restricted in as far as how deep you can throw the ball. The field is wider than it is long, and I think the idea here is let's spread them out. Let's put all of our eligibles out there and let the quarterback get a really good picture. Where are the holes in the coverage? Where are the one-on-one matchups that I like? And let's put this ball in the quarterback's hand. Let him make a good decision, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They'll look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a first down.
Here we go.
A handoff as they try to run it here. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
A loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 34-yard line.
So second down, and they'll run it. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. But there is a flag on the field, and that is in the area where usually someone was held. On third down, the pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Mike, this is isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
And they'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Packers offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down.
Come on. Set.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance.
And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a second. On comes the Packers punting team. And he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. Now fair catch, signal for, and made here at about the 43-yard line. The Jets offense ready to get back at it. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. They'll begin with a zone read. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. And he gets back to Hardman. And he will be out of bounds right around the 35. 23 yards on that pass play. Good for a Jets first down. Now give on the ground. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. That one good for 18 yards, and to the 18-yard line.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. 2nd and 7.
Let's go now. Hawk 70. Hawk, go.
Moving outside the pocket, and he will slide to a halt with a penalty marker down on the play. Let's check out this call.
And why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively. It sets up fourth down. He is too... for two. That kick is good. Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. And that's going to be short, not making it to the landing zone. So this means the ball's going to come out to the 40-yard line. A pair of first downs gives them 1st and 10, up at the 40. This drive will begin with a run by Lord. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 47-yard line.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. EA Sports back for more. The NFL preseason after this.
On the ready.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3.
Get it. 70
And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down, back in the backfield, in the area of holding.
Let's go now. Steady.
That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
So I actually really like the concept of the pass play, and I think if we see a little bit better pass protection, even just a second longer, that's probably a completed pass, but I think the pressure just sped his clock up just enough, Mike, that he wasn't able to get that ball exactly where it needed to be.
That's into the hands of Wicks. He's got it. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
That's good.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense. You don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock, but the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again. The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you can see with how fast
he is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. Now after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Back to throw. He's got his man right side. It's complete. And he will have a 1st down, but I don't think that's going to stand. They're already heading backwards. The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force 4th down. The Jets offense ready to see what they can do. They'll begin with 1st and 10.
Got it. Ready? Let's go now. 70.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Second and 11.
Brings up second and 11 at the 16-yard line.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Here's a run going left. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Jets have a first down.
27-yard line.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
It leads to
Second and 10. Moving left, and he'll get only about 3 before being ridden out of bounds.
Nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. Rush to his left. And he will have a first down, but I don't think that's going to stay. They're already heading backwards. They need one right now. Third and long. Now he'll air one out. And that'll be in and out of his hands. It's incomplete. On now comes the punt team for the Jets. They forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This returnable from inside is on 40. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50. Set up the offense with a short field. The Packers offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. We'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it first and 10. Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
They'll try again here. Second and 10.
Here we go. Liking 18.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. Looking underneath, he'll find Ward. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Taking advantage of that running ability. Gain of 17 and a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Cougar 19.
First down.
He'll look to throw. First down throw there is incomplete.
And this game almost just flipped completely on his head. You find yourself with a lead, just trying to milk the clock away in the fourth quarter, and that's a gift. And that defender just flat out drops the ball, and if he's able to secure that takeaway, this game looks very different for this offense.
That is into the hands of Wicks. A big play there on second down, but we do have a flag on the field. And that's in an area where usually this play gets erased.
Let's go now. 70 Lions. Steady.
He'll drop to throw. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
Back to 6.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's fourth down. Now fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line.
First and 10.
The Jets offense headed back to take over once more. They try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. And he'll get about 6 out of that one before being forced out of bounds. So, from the 26-yard line, here's second down and 3. They'll stick with him again. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not having it. Going to lose a yard.
Yeah, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
Here comes a return, and it'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Packers offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10.
Come on. Back. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
In this defense, they just continue to put in a great night's work. I mean, Mike, you think whether it's been blitz schemes, stunts, whatever you name it, this offensive line has had its hands full. They have allowed their quarterback to be hit way too many times.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
Steady.
And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding.
Here we go.
Catch is made. That is Williams. That will make third down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one.
13 on the play. It's third down and long.
18.
He's going to air this one out. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be fourth down. Now fair catch called, and To take it out beyond the 25-yard line.
First and 10.
The Jets offense getting set to get back to work. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. The pass rush gets hold, and he goes down. Carl Brooks in there to drop him. Loss of 5 to start the drive.
At the 22-yard line.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8.
Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts to talk things over before 3rd down. The shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down.
Sacks just continue to be a huge problem all game long, and it's just a brutal time to take one. Now, I understand it's easier said than done, but you've got to find a way as the quarterback to throw that ball away.
And that is incomplete. They had their chance. He took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down.
Let's go. Cougar 19. Ready?
Now a run on 1st down. What a great gainer that is. He runs it down to the 5. Now a timeout, Jets. It'll be their 2nd. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down.
Tag. 19 Tiger. Ready?
And he will power his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Packers.
And that's exactly how you stress all week finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. With that late touchdown, Mike, that should all just seal this victory away.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. But dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. That one is complete to Hardman. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
And the Jets, 1st down.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Look at that. Slinked it across his body and connected. They come up for 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
He'll get up and clock it, and does it with just a little over 40 seconds to play. Here's a big one. This 3rd down.
Let's go now. Go.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
Here we go. Set. Cowboy 80.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down. That'll wind up a gain of 11 on 4th down.
Jets, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the
Out of the gun, he'll throw. Going for it all. That is brought in. Trying to get to that pylon. Not there, but very close. They'll mark him out at the 1.
another Jets. First down. First down and goal to go.
That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete, but the coverage excellent there. It'll bring up seconds and goal.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late. It was probably a touchdown.
And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Pretty interesting sequence of play calls here, Mike. You can tell going into this game, they felt their matchups down here deep in the tight red zone were better through the air than maybe they were necessarily on the ground. We see two back-to-back throws. The second one, though, results in a touchdown.
They need a late recovery to have any chance. Here comes the onside kick.
Illegal touching. Offense.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
Ready? Roll! Ready? Ready, ready?
Now a give up the middle. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
First down, Packers.
Let's go! Check 19, Tiger! 19, Tiger! Let go!
They'll stay on the ground. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Now 4 seconds left, and we get a timeout call. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Go, Reed! Here we go! Here we go! Ready?
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So, it's a win here for the visiting Packers as they start things out with a victory here in the first week of this preseason.